It's 2023, and it's a good day to have a good day.
Glowing.
That's probably what happened. Wow, 2020 was a blur. A lot happened, and now it's like, okay, new year, new opportunity, fresh start, but what do I do? It's always a question I ask myself, and sometimes it's the hardest one to answer because there's so much that I want to work on personally. And so where do we go from here? Let me suggest these two things. First, BYOE. You probably heard the term or phrase or what are those called? Acronym. There we go. The acronym BYOB. But BYOE. Bring your own energy. That's one goal that I want to have and setting for myself for 2023 and moving onward is bring your own energy. The energy that you exude or display is the energy that you're going to get in return. And I feel like in my past videos, I've just kind of like the RBF, kind of just like very monotone. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I feel like I just haven't really displayed like my persona. And so that's one thing I want to really bring to 2023 is the energy that I really have, that I just like this quirky, super stoked about life energy that I just sometimes I feel like don't really present on camera. So if you're looking for something that I want to try something new this year, BYOE, bring your own energy. And second, photography for me has always been an opportunity to have real experiences with real people in real locations. Now, this is something that Joe McNally has taught me and has really stuck with me throughout my life. And that is, the camera is a passport. When you have a camera, you, the creative, the photographer, the cinematographer, are given access to people's lives. You're given access to locations. You're given access to moments the majority do not see or will never witness. And that's something to be proud of. That's something that should excite you because simply having a camera opens up doors, it opens up opportunities, and more importantly, it allows you to have real experiences with real people in real locations. Now, I want to tell you a story about one of those set experiences that changed my life. I had the opportunity to go to New Orleans, and this is the first time I've ever been there. And for me, it was a very eye-opening experience. I'm from Idaho, so I don't really travel to cities that often. And so when I do, I always just want to take in everything because it's so new to me. So on one particular night, it was actually March 31st. I was walking down the street with some of my friends, and I noticed this man that was sitting outside. I went and sat down and I started just engaging in conversation with this gentleman named Todd. Now, Todd had been through a lot in his life. The story that he told me was he was very wealthy and then he lost it all during a divorce, and then everything kind of just spiraled downward from there. He told me something that I'll never forget, and I'm going to read it from my journal because I don't want to botch what he said. So, quote, "Life teaches you hard lessons sometimes, and oftentimes it's not until later in life that you realize more doesn't necessarily mean more happiness. Sometimes life just happens. I've been in those situations where it's like, man, is the wind ever going to stop blowing? And I don't know if it really does, honestly. I think it just keeps blowing and you just keep trying to just maintain your ship and try to keep it without sinking." All this was kind of like running through my mind as I was talking to Todd. And at the end, he's like, "Well, what's your why? Like, what's your story?" And I was like, "Well, I love photography. I love telling people stories, making a difference in people's lives. And really, I just want to be happy, and I want to love what I do, and I want to be the best dad that I can, the best husband, and the best at what I do as a photographer and storyteller." The conversation kind of ended after that. My friends were getting ready to leave, but before we left, I was like, "Hey, Todd, do you mind if I take a picture of you?" And he's like, "Sure." And so I, pulled out my camera and, snapped a few photos. And it was just a very meaningful experience to me. And I could have had the same experience certainly without a camera, 100%. But being able to look back on those memories and like being able to look back on those photographs, like this is a real person in a real place, and I was experiencing something real. And the camera was allowing me to stamp the passport into Todd's life. And I think that's why photography will never die, is because it is literally an entryway into someone else's life. Now, this image has changed my life, and that's what's most important. You may not have hundreds of thousands of followers on social media, and that's totally okay. You can still make an impact in people's lives with the following that you do have. And that's what I want to bring to 2023, is to not get caught up in the amount of followers I have, the amount of subscribers that I have. I generally want to bring my own energy and to share things, experiences about real people in real locations. Now, if you're stuck trying to figure out what to do, consider BYOE, bring your own energy and have real experiences with real people in real locations. And when you have those experiences, go out and share them with the people you care about. Get them excited about what makes you excited. Because if you can feel something, you're gonna be able to make others feel something as well. And to have real experiences in real places and with real people. And to make a difference with the camera that's in your hand. Until next time, Roger out.